Hello, friends, and welcome back to a fantastic fraction lesson with operations. And you've probably done some addition with your fractions. You've probably done some subtraction with your fractions. You might have even had some multiplication action with your fractions. A lot of action in there, right? But have you tried dividing them yet? I mean, a fraction sort of is divided. Like, if we have a whole and we divide it into three pieces, well, that's a fraction right there. Now we have three of three pieces. And if you look even closely at that fraction, look, one divided into three pieces. Look at it, it's right there. How cool. Well, stick that in the back of your brain for a moment because we're going to do some division with our fractions. And the first thing I want to do is take out 4/5 and divide that. Let's get that all together. And let's write it down. And remember, our numerator is telling us right now that we have 4 of something, and that something is fifths. And now we're going to divide it by 2. So, I've got to get two little friends out here to help me divide with. And what do I use? Well, it just so happens that I have some of these beads left over from my unit division board lesson, so why don't we use these? You will need something. At school, we might use the Skittles. You can use coins, nuts. Even your family members might be pretty fun, right? Our divisor is 2, so we need 2 of these beads to divide against, all right? What we need to do is split this up evenly. So, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you, sir. Imagine if that was pizza or cake. They'd be pretty excited, right? But remember, in division, the answer is always what 1 gets. And what did each one of these beads get? 2/5. Check that out. Pretty cool, right? 2/5. And that's the answer. That's all there is to it. But I've got some other trickier things to show you now, so let's clear these fractions out. What if we had something like 2/3? Well, divided by 2, that's pretty easy. The answer is 1/3, right? I don't want to divide it by 2. I don't want it super easy because I know you're ready for a little bit of a challenge. Let's divide these 2/3 by 4. Let's get all those beads in visual sight too. 1 for you and 1 for... That's not going to work. These two are going to get really angry and they might start crying, and that might short out all the electrical equipment, and that would be a disaster. We're not going to do that. So we got to think about equivalence here. Is there some way I can split what I have here into 4 pieces so I can get each of these beads what they need? And maybe it helps if I split this already in 2. What would happen if I could cut each of these? And these are thirds. If I cut a third in half, what would that be? Well, we can go through our box and try some different pieces. I'm going to use my knowledge of equivalence, though, to find out that it's sixths. I can place 4/6 over these 2/3. Pretty cool, right? All right, let's write this problem down. We've got 2/3 divided by 4. 2/3 divided by 4. And now that we've changed our fraction into sixths, we can actually divide that out. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. It's a pizza party. How much did 1 get? 1 got 1/6. Something changed there. In our first problem, you might have noticed that only the numerator changed, but what changed this time? The numerator changed and the denominator changed. Yikes. So watch out for those. And definitely, if that didn't make so much sense to you, work on that equivalence. Okay, I've got a real humdinger for you. I got to put one of these away. We are going to divide a whole. That's right. We're going to divide 1. And we're going to divide it by 3. That's pretty weird. 1 divided by 3. We don't even have any fractions here, right? What are we going to do here? We're going to cut that into 3 pieces somehow. Well, I bet you sort of heard it there, right? If we cut something into 3 pieces, 3 equal pieces, what do we have now? 1, 2, 3/3. Let's exchange that out. Now can we divide this? Of course. One for you, friend, and one for you. So 1 divided by 3, well, what's the answer that 1 got? Boop. 1/3. Pretty cool, right? Dividing can be awesome. You can do it with your family. You can do it with your friends, especially when you're sharing those delicious cookies. Hey, and don't forget to share with me too. I can't wait to see the fraction work that you do. Have fun.